Western Massachusetts really did dodge the bulk of what this blizzard had to offer. 22 News reporter David McKay spoke with residents about the winter they've experienced so far.
On the brink of a blizzard, but in the end, the bulk of this storm passed Western Massachusetts by.
Don't need it, don't want it.
Seemed to be the consensus among most.
I'm thrilled. I teach school. We gotta get those kids outside, and the snow is not my cup of tea.
Several states and Washington, D.C. declared a state of emergency because of the snowstorm. The Western Massachusetts residents said they're not all that worried no matter how much snow they end up with. They're more worried about the big game on Sunday.
They wanna read my mind, but I redefine what they consider delivery. I lead the time. You watch and wonder, this lightning, I'm chocolate thunder. Breaking backboards, I'm back for the black pour under. The poverty level, they tired and worn. Living in fear, they own home. See how they pride is torn. Bullet holes in the windows and sides is shown.
Williams, I am the treasurer of the Betty Laws in court.
Could you start that over?
Oh, you sound like a professional.
Yeah.
Right?
It was good, but I didn't hit record yet, so I didn't get your name.
Okay.
Go.
Good afternoon. Hi, my name is Lanice Williams. I am the treasurer of the Betty Laws Fights Backs Foundation. I am one of the key players in putting together this amazing program for children who are suffering from bullying, domestic violence, and any other type of crime related that I think our Betty Laws companion can handle. So I just want to say hi to the people out there. Please be aware of what's going on when you see Betty Laws on the programs, on the buses, in the schools. We need your support, and we just want to make this a success because it is something that is very well needed. Thank you.
She got a little comfortable. I was like, wondering.
I was trying to think what I was going to say.
I was looking at y'all. That was great. That was really great. I'm telling you, she needed a little help from her sister, right?
They wanna read my mind, but I redefine what they consider delivery. I lead the time. You watch and wonder, this lightning, I'm chocolate thunder. Breaking backboards, I'm back for the black pour under. The poverty level, they tired and worn. Living in fear, they own home. See how they pride is torn. Bullet holes in the windows and sides is shown. Like a museum exhibit, you seeing just how they live it, bare bones. Surviving off the scraps alone. If there was more for them to take, make no mistake, it'd be gone. But the only thing is no thing for no one. I'm looking at it like, come on now, I'm so done putting these words together, and it just don't measure up.
The most thing that we do want to get out, and with their help, is we want to target domestic violence, of course target bullying, how and what the effects of bullying are. We want to get it out in the community, and we're looking for community feedback. So with our newsletters and with our videos, I think we'll do very well this year. So if you ever want to contact Betty Laws, you can call me 413-27-2675, or you can email me at lenalasser@yahoo.com. Looking forward to hearing from all of you. Thank you.
Maybe that's where the confusion came. These guys are looking at him do all these godly things, but yet he's saying he's not God.
I never heard him say he's not God.
Yeah, he says he's God.
Yeah, he does.
In fact, that's why he crucified him.
He said he was God?
Yeah.
What?
A lot of times, man. This is the reason why he crucified him.
He opened out his mouth before him. I am. That's where I am. That's what he said. But in everywhere else, they kept asking point blank, "Are you God?" No.
Where?
Who was it? Herod, or who was the king he was in front of where he was getting ready to go through all this stuff? That meeting.
This man Pontius Pilate.
If that's what I can't remember who.
When he
when they got him from Gethsemane, right? And then they brought him in front of who? That's God.
Okay, let me go on here, because I was going somewhere with that question, right? So if he's doing all these things in front of them, right? And they still have a question, right? That question that they have comes from somewhere.
Disbelief.
So where do they get the disbelief from? Because their eyes see it, their ears hear it, they're right in front of it, and yet still they have these doubts. So where does the doubt come from? So the doubt had to come from an unwillingness to move away from religion. Right? Because the teachers, the rabbis, the scribes, the Sadducees, they all taught. Right? And when they taught for years. It's not like 33 years or 3 years that they began to teach. They taught for years. They had a high priest. They had multitude priests, and they was all following the law. Right? Come on.
Well, the same mindset showed itself when they were leaving out of Egypt. Right? Every miracle that happened, they forgot about it. Right after it happened. Even when they got to the promised land, wherever it was where they got to, and sent Moses up the mountain to wait for the word, they fell off. They disbelieved again. So that's the same mindset that you're talking now. Came from, what you're talking about happened before.
What I'm talking about happened after.
Okay, so the same mindset. Right.
So where did that mindset come from? Is it a human characteristic to doubt first? You know. So if this instant doubt first is in us, right? Then it has to have a source, right, to reject what your eyes see first. Right? I mean, so I'm saying they saw the healings, they saw, they saw all these miracles, they saw him doing it, right? And yet, right, they still doubted.
Well, you have people talking against him.
And Jesus, right, when he went to these blind men, these two blind men, he asked them, right, saying what, let's see, and called them, and he said, what will ye that I shall do unto you? He knew what they wanted. They're blind. It was obvious what they wanted. But he asked them anyhow.
I'm putting together, it's called Swingfield, right? Swingfield is a story of real people living in Springfield, doing stuff like this, positive stuff, right? Real stuff. When I was a kid, when we were teenagers, we used to call Springfield Swingfield because it was happening and it was on the radio and all that. That's where I got the name from, right? So the name is a little bit misleading, but Swingfield represents every level or aspect of life, okay? From the streets to the top. We got Miss Laster. Hopefully we're going to have Jada, right? She's going to represent everything. He said no. Everything, right? Positive people. I want to put with the footage that we shot here as an episode of Swingfield. So if anybody have any objections, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm good.
Gonna roll it, right?
Yeah.
Alright, we're good. Because there's only one Betty Laws member, so
It's
roll it.
It's very urban. It's very urban. It's has a real urban feel. It's 3 stories in one. Right, there's 3 stories running concurrently, and the thread that connects all those stories together are myself and one. Okay, so I hope you guys watch it, and that's all I got.
Well, I'm gonna have to excuse myself.
I know you have to go. We're good to wrap up anyhow.
Yes. If I don't get to the store, then I'm gonna have a domestic violence issue. I'm gonna be the victim.
We can shoot that.
I'm gonna be the victim, so I won't have one to help me. So.
All right, I'll be in touch with you.
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure seeing all of y'all.
Thank you, David.
All right. Bye-bye, sweetie. We'll talk.
Well, yeah, we'll talk. love you. Okay.
Y'all take care.
One more thing before I close it off. When we were in the parade, the kids saw, I put this together very quickly, and it's kind of rough. It's a shield. So when we're in the parade, a lot of the kids came up to the kids, and it's got this here, and they were marching, and my grandson was right by me. You saw him. He had his ninja, cap on, and kids wanted to purchase it, but I didn't have any. I only had like 5 or 6, so I asked Keith, what should we do? I can really smooth and fix it up nice to get a cost on what to sell it for, because kids are still writing, Miss Laster, where's the shield? Where's the shield? And I said, I don't know, we'll come up with something. So I need input on this too.
Why don't you try to get the students at Putnam to create those?
Yeah. At Putnam?
Yeah.
Wood shop.
Wood shop.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
And they know you at Putnam.
Yeah, they do.
Bring it right on over there.
Take it over there. I should do that. Okay, so once we do that, what's the cost going to be? What are we going to sell it for?
All depends on the cost of the plaque on the front.
Yeah.
What's that cost?
Oh, I don't know. I just did it and I had it laminated up the copycat. Well, I mean, now it's,
the materials cost and go from there.
So I'll make an appointment and see what they say, and then we'll get a price, and maybe we can get rid of a few. Okay, I think that kind of wraps it up, everybody. You like our new office? We had an office downstairs, but someone else wanted that office, so the landlord, Marion, said, listen, I'll give you the same deal. You'll have the conference room, and you'll have all of the bath. Electricity.
What?
Wow. Yes.
How much does you have?
We have, you saw my office. That's 1, 2. I'm sure it's in the back. And then there's another office, then there's the kitchen, and the conference room, and the receptionist area. So
this is a lot different than when my office was that side.
Oh, okay.
When you first walked in, where the glass was.
Right. So see, history repeats itself.
So I'm just trying to see where yours is related to it.
I know.
I think this part, Fred Rowe had part of this one.
News reporter Alessandra Martinez is live in Springfield with information about the progress of city street plowing.
I went through some of the side streets in Springfield tonight to ask a couple of residents how they feel knowing that their streets are still not plowed.
Oh, it's not fair. These streets need to be plowed.
After the first snowstorm of winter, many side streets around Springfield have still not been plowed, and residents have been dealing with these slick and icy roads all day.
I went through my neighborhood like I usually do, and I was regretting doing that because it was slippery and really not easy going.
Plowing crews expected warmer temperatures to melt the snow. Instead, colder temperatures kept the roads icy. Some crews in western Massachusetts acted quickly, plowing in the afternoon. Others have still not arrived. Side streets like these off of Fort Pleasant Avenue in Springfield are still not plowed, and that's making some residents feel uneasy when they get behind the wheel.
Oh yes, I'm worried, because especially when you put the brakes, it's it's not right.
Even if they're not behind the wheel, residents in these areas worry about other drivers.
It'll be slippery, but I'm walking, so I don't mind. But for drivers, I mind because it could slip and crash or something. 22
News tried contacting the Springfield Department of Public Works to ask when the streets would be treated, but we didn't get a response. We spoke with Bob Parent of the East Longmeadow DPW, who said crews started plowing side streets at about 3 in the afternoon. Chicopee Police said on their Facebook page that residents can expect DPW crews on every street. And we have a list of safety tips on how to drive on icy roads. You can find that on our website at wwlp.com. Live in Springfield, Alessandra Martinez, 22 News.
So I had to do a lot of adjustment. I had to be much harder on the kids today than I normally would. Quite a few of them shed tears, but like I told them, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to be an instructor. I'm going to be hard on you, and I was hard on all of them that actually did not comply with the instructions. And the goal, today's class goal, was to get the children, get the kids used to listening to one instruction, not having to be spoken 2 and 3 times. Once the parents, the teacher, or the instructor give them the instruction, 1 is good enough. So like I was saying before, today's goal was to teach the kids how to follow instructions. The theme of today was about being in advance and the beginners. The beginners' responsibility are to follow instructions and do their best to not to be distracted, pay attention, so I can walk away and work with other kids while they're pursuing your instructions. And that is what I was promoting with the kids, allowing them to work with each other, the proper tone of voice, hand movement, how to give instructions, how to respect each other while talking to each other. For the advanced class, the theme was there's only 2 reasons why the instructor should have to talk to you. Reason number 1 is to correct an error mistake. Reason number 2 is to teach them a new technique. For no other reason, I'm not supposed to bring to your attention. You gotta look straight. You can't be looking back. You need to don't be looking at your nails. Don't be playing with your keys. Don't be playing with your belt. I don't want your hands on your hips. No, advanced class means to say you're already past that stage. And I talked to them about there's no goo goo gaga in the class, and they know straight out I am not here to be your friend.
Hi, my name is Kitty. I have 4 kids and they all come to Shotokan karate here and practice with David. Me, I'm a mom of 4 and I love them to death, but loving them too much isn't good enough because it make them soft, it make them weak, and I don't like that part of them. I need them to be strong, independent, able to protect themselves when I'm not around them. So, you know, that's why I try to have a lot of different activities, do a lot of stuff with them to have them see the world, you know. They're good kids. They're not bad kids, but it's 4 of them and it's a lot. My husband, he works in New York, therefore it's mostly me against them. And when they all started arguing, fighting, it get out of hand. But you know, it's good to throw Sensei's name out. But like, you know, most of the time I try to handle it myself, but like how you say it, it's hard. It's hard. Like I have bullies in the house. I have Diva in the house. I have a baby in the house. He is not a baby, but you know, with all his medical problems.
Tell us about that.
My youngest one, Xadrian, he has he actually I was pregnant with him for 53 weeks. Therefore, he is over. So when he was born with a lot of delays. And over the 3 years, the first 3 years, we helped him caught up with most of them. But eventually, like, you know, a lot of them stayed, such as his GI. He doesn't know how to use the bathroom. He doesn't know how to swallow or chew. He needs speech therapy. His lung is very weak. He have a lot of allergies. He have 12 food allergies. So with that, it's like a challenge every day. Just thinking about what to feed him, you know, how other people is taking care of him, how he's in school, mostly. it helps out a little bit because by exercising, it make him a little bit stronger, you know. But the thing is that the medicine still get to him because, like, for instance, today, you know, he took minimum of 12 medicine each day. So therefore, he's already overdosed. He's already drowsy enough. And with the medicine that he take recently, it just make him very, very drowsy. He sleeps a lot. Therefore, you know, he gets tired. But thank God, like, you know, Sensei is able to talk him out of it. You know, make him, you know, compromise with him. Like, let's practice a little bit because even though you're sick doesn't mean that you should just lay down and sleep all day long. Other kids, anxiety issues, depression, over emotional.
Depression. Who deals with that, and tell me how they do it?
I'm still learning my way actually because seriously, I know with that about 2 years ago. But the problem is that she refused to talk about it. Therefore, we cannot get into her head, her world. So it's just us testing the water each time. Like, okay, what's bothering you? Why are you upset? She could be in a playground and she would sit down and say, I'm bored. Everybody is playing games and she would sit aside and say, nobody want to play with me. But when we ask her why, she say, oh, because my friend is being taken away. But it's not really her friend's being taken away because her friend is playing with a group of people. So she don't feel like she's needed no more, so she pull herself out. School issue. She have hard time making friends. And also because of her sister, she love her sister a lot. She want to be just like her sister. Her sister is good at everything. Justin is like art, music, study. I mean, she don't have to study, and she would get A's.
You know? And so when it did, right, they came out with what they wanted. You know? So when they came out with what they wanted, they overrode something. They walked over something to get their desires out there to God. You know, what was it that they had to cross over in order to get their desire to God? So if we look.
Well, the multitude rebuked them, so they had to, you know, go against,
well, Jesus crossed that though. He said, bring them to me.
Yeah.
So the multitudes were pushed away when he said, bring them to me. Right? So there was something inside the doubt, the instant doubt, right? You know, had to be pushed aside. Hey, how you doing, man? Thanks. It had to be pushed past that doubt in order to get to God.
I don't know exactly what you're looking for. That's when I say the right, to doubt, but not reality, right? And then compound that with you got different people talking against the miracles that it just did. Hey, it must be devil. That casts a lot of doubt. Now it's incumbent upon you, right, doing the miracles to prove, right? Because that's human nature. Oh, that's how we are today.
Okay, let's look at these two guys, right? These two blind men, right? All right. They're sitting by the road and they hear this commotion, right? They didn't see nothing, but they heard it, right? And then they called. What mean all this noise, right? What's all this noise, right? And somebody said Jesus of Nazareth is passing by. So when they said Jesus of Nazareth is passing by, that triggered in them what they heard. Right? They heard it. And they cried out for Lord, thou son of David.
wanna read my mind, but I redefine what they consider delivery. I lead the time. You watch and wonder, this lightning, I'm chocolate thunder. Breaking backwards, I'm back for the black poor under the poverty level. They tired and worn, living in fear, they own home. See how they pride is torn. Bullet holes in the windows and sides is shown like a museum exhibit. You seeing just how they live it, bare bones, surviving off the scraps alone. If there was more for them to take, make no mistake, it'd be gone. But the only thing is no thing for no one. I'm looking at it like, come on now, I'm so done putting these words together, and it just don't measure up. Fill it up, still thirsty for another cup. Fill it up, get closer to the essence of life. Expand your mind from the lessons I write. Get closer. Lifted like I was at the bar saying cheers. I lifted for those behind bars paying years. Lift it up for the old and graying hairs on the beard of a man with no fear that his end is near. Envision this, transition is nothing compared to the tribulations of living in good health. Be risen and take the time to listen to the essence, get closer to it. Do it like you were supposed to do it, and stop following the poster platform. Is stuck in the sand with the rest of the ant form. Break the glass, let the bell ring, fire alarm, rain down, sprinklers on, no eye of the storm. Just like when I perform, they all wet from the energy that's radiating out in front of me. I doubt there's gonna be another one who gives you a dose of what I give you, gon' get you closer. In a child's eyes, like when a child cries and ain't nobody there to help the little child rise. See the tracks on his face from where the tears dry. Whenever I see it, a small part of me dies and a new part of me grows. I hardly suppose that anybody ever will know. It probably don't show through the windows. I close my eyes up. Pops told me, son, you're gonna need to wise up. Tend to the garden or the weeds will rise up. Listen for the truth, people feed them lies up. It's your fault if you swallow they falseness. Direct yourself and don't follow they lostness. You the boss, this is your life to live. Be prepared, you can share this with your wife and kids forever and always, all day. See, endless, no reason to disbelieve or try to pretend. Let's get closer. Get so much closer, and we need to get closer. We gotta get so much closer, and we must get closer. We gotta get so much closer.